What's going on, world? It's Mr. Dreams to Reality, and good morning from the Ford X Media Studio. Man, I'm so excited to talk with y'all today and get the conversation popping. So today's topic is about wishing and routine. And so I actually wore my dedication shirt today, and on it says, "No more talking, no more wishing, no more doubting. Decide, believe, action, execution." And then I have my hat that says just do your job, right? So all these things correlate and say the same thing. What do they say? One, let's talk about wishing. And while wishing, I had a conversation with one of my clients last night about wishing. And I said, what are you wishing for? Well, I wish this happened, or I wish this changed. And I'm like, that's not how this works. Well, what do you mean? It's like, you just can't wish for things to happen, right? Like, there's got to be some actual um, planning and execution and some intention. And so, some of the things I've been talking about in the other videos, and some of the things I've been talking to, uh, my cousin and other people in my inner circle, is about why do I keep saying I know what I want to say. Jeez, man, this is why it's a real talk show, man. Y'all get the real talk. Y'all don't get no edit. Well, some of the videos are edited. Okay, most of the videos are edited. This is probably gonna be edited. I don't know if this will be a video or not. But there's got to be an ultra tension. I was talking to one of my clients' moms last night, and she said, "Well, life just got busy," and I get that, and I trust me, I'm with it 1,000%. Like, my weight ballooned up multiple times in my life, and I'm working, and I'm not gonna say I'm trying. I am getting the weight down. I'm about to get all this chiseled up. I'm about to get this chiseled back. I'm about to get slimmed down and fit. But why am I making that decision now? One, I want to live a long, healthy life for as long as God gives it to me. And so I don't want to get sent to an early dismissal from life early. So, there's got to be some attention. I can't sit around and say, "Well, I wish the weight would come off. I wish things would happen. I wish this would happen. I wish this and that would happen." No, so I had to get real ultra intentional about the things that I was trying to accomplish. And I'm going to try not going to the whiteboard. I'm going to try staying face to face to hear y'all. But that's not how I do about real talk, man. That's just not how I do it. I might have to take the hat off because I don't like talking with the hat on, because the hat ain't my thing. But y'all see it? Okay. So just do your job. Book comes out 5/5/24. Cinco de Mayo. And I'm going to do a live. I'm going to do a live release event day for that. Yeah. I'm going to do a live event day. But anyways, so this is a real talk show. Because it's real talk, I give y'all real talk. I have y'all real conversations with y'all. And so, wishing. I want somebody at home to look up the terms for wishing. And I don't know how much audio sound I got because my headphones. See, I don't even know how much audio this got. All right. Good morning. Welcome in, world. It's Mr. Dreams to Reality, Coach Ford. I'm excited to get up with y'all, talk with y'all on this real talk show. So this is Mr. Dreams to Reality, real talk show. And this is real talk. This ain't no fictitious, man. I don't even watch TV no more. Hardly on Instagram. I don't scroll through Instagram no more. Uh, I took a lot of things off that's not serving me here off the net, because what you're feeding inside you is really important. So uh, my other recording stopped. So that was the first take, right? As Drake was saying, first take Drake, right? So we do everything off the first take. And I believe in doing that because there's something surreal that comes from being in the zone and being locked in on the thing that you're trying to accomplish. So I'm hoping when I get my clips, I'm actually in the shot. So I might have to do something with the camera. So I got to talk to the cameraman named Coach Ford and figure out what's going on. Me and my little Viva Tar handheld device, right? So this is the ground floor. This is the real talk, right? So I listened to tons of entrepreneurs before me, and as good as it is to listen to them, sometimes you got to turn it off. Sometimes you got to just get in your own thoughts, pray, meditate, talk to God, and really write notes and think and critically think and think creatively. And here's why that's important, because there's so much that goes on a day-to-day basis. You're analyzing so much information, so it's really important that you get real refined and defined on the things that you're trying to accomplish and the things that you're trying to do with your life, right? So with me doing this real talk show, I got to figure out how to be a media personality. Even though I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a business owner, I'm a media personality. You know, you look at those such as Mark Cuban, LeBron James, Elon Musk, right? All those guys are, figures that are out media public, right? Good media personalities, and they have good conversations. And so for me, having to develop those conversations, learning to speak in front of the camera better, and I can't say stage fright, because in my day job, in my day career, I should say, I have to do speeches and I have to give speeches in front of people. And I've gotten better over every years as I've had to do that. And you don't think about how that works on you, right? And so because it works on you, it's important to understand the things that's going on and the things that are having to change in your life. And uh, yeah, there's a variety of things that goes on. Okay. There's a variety of things that goes on in your life. So it's important to understand, like, hey, this is where we are. This is where we're going. So anyways, I was talking to my client last night, and now I'm training girls basketball players. So she goes, I wish this would happen, or I wish. And I said, there is no wishing, right? So the title of this is Why Wishing Doesn't Work. Or I might do why your routine sucks, or why your routine's not working. Either way, they go hand in hand, and I'm going to have the same conversation. So wishing is magically hoping something changes without action. So this is Justin Ford's definition of wishing. So for all you dictionary people, chill out. All you, well, that's not the definition of wishing, Coach Ford. Okay, listen, I appreciate all you people that are so literal, but I'm here teaching. So if I was talking to my youngest and I say, oh, you wish it would happen? Yeah, well, wishing is one of those things that you set yourself up for failure because you really in the back of your mind don't believe it's going to happen. So as my little would say, no, I want it to happen. I want this. Fine. If you want it, we'll figure out a way. If you're wishing for it, then we all know what wishes are. You blow out the candle, wish it would happen, right? And that magic thing that you put in your head never conjures up, because why? We don't put any action to our wishing. So there's a difference in hoping, hope with faith and action that could turn into wishing. I'm not going to get into that. I'm just telling you why wishing doesn't work. Because if you're not going to have action, faith with hope, then wishing is just a fairy tale. Sorry to break it to you. That's just real talk. That's just honest truth. Now, some people may not like that. I got to get back to the shot of the camera. Some people may not like that. And here's what I'm here to tell you. Good. Not everybody's meant to like everything. Do you like every flavor of ice cream? Do you like every brand of soda? Do you like every brand of whatever you like to eat? Do you like every restaurant you go to? No, you don't like every store. It's just part of life. That's just how humans are. And so it's whatever. And I ain't stressing out these people. They stressing on me. That's why they watching. They'll watch me and then they'll snicker and say comments like, "Oh, look at him." Oh, and then it's so funny, and some people aren't doing it intentionally to be any facetious or any type of way. Um, but some people, when they see you doing something, they'll legit be trying to like diminish it and trying to minimize it because they're not doing the thing that you're doing, and they can't see the vision, right? So their wishing never came true. Their wishing their wishing never came true, and because their wishing never came true, they think you're just wishing instead of doing. And so because when they think you're wishing instead of doing, there's the big difference. So on my shirt, I should have put do. So on my shirt, no talking, no wishing, no decide, believe, action, execute. Executions, the big executions on the bottom. And this shirt fits a lot better than when I first got it. And why does it feel a lot better than when I first got it? Because I couldn't wish for my weight to get under control. I couldn't wish for the stuff that I'm on to work, to magically work without magically hope something changes without action. Oh, I took the pill, I took whatever, I took the shot or whatever, and it's just not magically happen. No, it's not supposed to magically work. Some people have to get out and work. So here it goes into the next thing. Your routine. What is your day-to-day routine? Like, I have a calendar here. So I live my life in a calendar, right? So for the entrepreneur, see, I have this calendar. And I have a mini calendar and I work my days. And it's important that you live your life in a massive calendar like this. Pay attention, right? Pay attention. See this? See this for all you thorough, clever people that's got something to say? Yeah, I got a plan in action. Yeah, just because you don't see it, you think I'm just being goofy on the internet. So you can take my words and then spin it. Thank you for helping my cause. I appreciate it. Um, and why do I talk like that? Because I I'm being I'm being serious about what I'm doing. I made 2 videos about why you're not serious. And why most people don't get serious is because they let this small group of people, and Wallow said it best, man. I get fired up about this. Wallow said it best. You got these 10, 20 people that know you, and they sitting up here saying stuff, and they're not, they're just watching you perform. And then there's 8.1 billion, close to it, approximately 8.1 billion people in the world. They don't even know about you, right? Out of that 20 people, what's the percentage on 8.1 billion? It's a small percentage of people. So you're doing something for the vision, right? And so here's why it's important that you're not doing it for yourself. You're doing it for the grand scheme of things. You're doing it for a cause or purpose. And so I'm doing my reasons for cause and purpose, right? So what is my purpose? One, I'm a child. First of all, I'm a child that grew up in a particular situation where no mother, no father, right? So I'm not going to relive all that because that's in the past. What I'm telling you is there's a group of kids growing up now that needs mentors, right? There's a group of kids now that needs real hope, not wish. I remember being a kid wishing things would change and they never changed for me, right? They didn't change my situation, but whenever I started hoping and putting faith to hope and action to hope, and then working to see these things come to fruition, then that's when things change. Not wishing something would magically change with no thought or intention to how that was going to change. And so, because there was no thought or an intention to how things would change, how do I expect things to change? Man, I just noticed that light was all up in my face, man. How do you expect things to change if there's no thorough thought, if there's no continual thought, if there's no action, right? So here's why I put my life in calendars because I got to know what it looks like. I'm about to spend the next week, with exception of like 2 weekends, coaching basketball, which is cool. Um, I'm basketball 7 days a week. So I had to get up at 5 a.m. to work out because I have my career. I have my career that I work during the day. So I get up at 5 a.m. And so here's why wishing doesn't happen. And here's why you got to be ultra intentional. You got to be ultra focused about the things that you're doing. right? So I had to get ultra focused and ultra intentional about the things I was doing, right? So this week we're on break, so I can have an entire week of focus, right? Focusing on things, creating content, getting my schedule lined out, really refine the schedule, getting things on the calendar, so I get an entire week of free time to think without stressors of having to go to my career work. Um, and that's good because I need that time to do some Zen things, right? And people will be all butthurt about it, but come on, man, grow up. Come on, man. Worry about your thing. So it's so funny is people are in that worry about your thing instead of worrying about theirs. And they tapped in, they won't buy a single product. And then when you do blow up, they'll be like, "Oh my gosh, now I support them." No, the ship already passed on that. I know the people that been buying products from me. And I know people, and I appreciate them. I know people who rock with me. So it's cool, like be in a closet. Say you know me, you attach yourself to my name, but it's cool. It's whatever. I understand it, so I can't even stress all that. That's focused on something else that should be focused. Here's what it takes focus away from here. So, anyways, why wishing doesn't work? Because there's no action to it. It's a cop out. It's a cop out from doing the real work, right? I know this hurts y'all feelings. I know this hurts y'all feelings so bad that I'm saying this, but it's a cop out for the real work. Like I want my chin chiseled. I want all this chiseled. I want all this. I want to be slimmed down. I want to be thin, right? Um, and that's what I want to do. I don't care what nobody says. What do you look fine? I want to be fit. I want to be thin. Okay. And that's just about it. That's something I want to do, but I couldn't wish for it to happen. So get up at 5 a.m. I do push ups. I do sit ups. I meditate. I pray to God. I ask God for guidance. Why? Because I really don't know what I'm doing. So I need guidance from a higher power because no man can tell me what my vision and my vision is or the things that I need to do. And only God can really guide me on this journey, right? So why would I listen to people who aren't doing what I'm trying to do? First of all, that doesn't make any sense. And so, yeah, it's cool. And this is a real talk show. Like this is my daily vlog, so it's a real talk vlog, right? So I guess we'll call it Mr. Dreams to Reality Coach Ford's Real Talk Vlog. Way too many words, but Mr. Dreams to Reality Real Talk Vlog. It's and I'm having authentic conversations. Why am I having authentic conversations? One, if you're an entrepreneur, it's not up all the time, right? Like it's not sweet like that all the time. I get it. They sold you on, man. You about to get this book, and it's about to change your life. It is if right you have the system in place. If you have the routine in place. Here's the thing about routines and systems and calendars. When you start putting it on a calendar, right? When you force yourself to work on a calendar, when you force yourself to put the dates on the calendar, I'm about to do this for y'all right here so y'all get it right because y'all are hard headed. I'm hard headed. I was hard headed. So that's why it took me so long to figure it out. Yeah, I know how it is to be a hard headed person. I'm hard headed. I'm just say hard headed, make it so what. And so yeah. Um, no man, I love that lady, man. She was good to me. But hey, so all those lessons come back and they teach you it. And so there's some lessons here. Um, Stop wishing. I'm not sure. No wishing, no doubting, no talking. Decide, execute. Decide, believe, action, execute. Now, I'll be honest with y'all. I could be playing Call of Duty all the time. And you know what? I love playing Call of Duty. Call of Duty just makes me so frustrated. So because it makes me so frustrated, I just use my energy to create content and have conversations with people. Um, But yeah, man. So your routine. So I get up at 5 a.m. I said I did push-ups. Here's why I'm doing the push-ups. Why am I doing the sit-ups? I'm about to order me a jump rope so I could do jump ropes. Why am I doing all these things? Because I want to be fit. I want to be healthy. I want to be disciplined. How can I get on the camera and tell you about being disciplined and making commitment and not fit, right? And not physically engaged, not physically taking care of myself. Just being sick all the time and no low energy. I can't provide and be a service to the world. No energy, not energetic, not engaged, not pumped up, not feeling happy about myself and the way I fit. My clothes fit so much better. I love the way this shirt fits. Now, when I first got it, it was not fit like this. Now it fits good. The belly is shrinking. Yeah. All that's important. And it's important because it means you're taking control of the controllables, right? What are some controllables? Instead of wishing, right? When you say wish, it's out of my control. Yes, there's a lot of things naturally out of your control. I get that. But here's some things that you control. How many reps do you get? How many books do you read? See, I'm about to read my book. As soon as I get done, I'm about to read my book. Yeah, because I have to study this. I have to study people. I have to study other great minds. I have to study and then get the information together. And then I have to bottle it. And then I have to put it together like a puzzle, like a coloring book. So why you say coloring book and a puzzle? Because if I say synthesize the information into a masterpiece, y'all would have lost me. Y'all would have lost concentration. So I got to say, I got to put it together like a coloring book and put pictures in here so y'all can color, right? Because the mind is as powerful as it is, as powerful as you are as a person in your mind to have the ability to create things, things, create things. But some people don't believe you can create your own thing, but they'll buy somebody else's thing. But the minute they see you create yours, they can't believe it. You have the nerve. Look around your house. How many things? AirTag, gift card. I didn't create none of this. None of this is mine. I created this. I didn't create this. And I didn't create this. Just do your job, Sam. I didn't create none of that. But the contents in the book that I wrote for my book, the content in my book that I wrote, it's all me. Mr. Dreams to Reality. And I'm not even pushing my book like that. You know now because I'm getting closer to releasing it. So yeah, this brush, I didn't build this brush. This little thing I'm about to give to my kids right here. I didn't. This is just as real. My thing is just as real. So um, look, my MacBook just as real. Here's the difference between the people that make it and the people that don't. So this is for my entrepreneurs. This entire thing has been for my entrepreneurs. I'll talk to my entrepreneurs. This entire thing, I'm talking to my entrepreneurs because I was there. I wish it would happen. I wanted it so bad that I just got so frustrated with the process. So when I first started my first delivery service, that was a sign that I could do it, but I didn't know what I was doing. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't know what I was doing. And that's okay. Sometimes you don't know what you're doing, man. And you got to ask for help. And so I ask for a lot of help. I read. I mean, I have tons of books. I've really gotten into reading and studying. And so when I started at 24, there was a lot for me to learn. And, there's a lot to the process. And you're not going to have it all figured out. But you got to take the right steps. You got to start building towards the right things and building towards the step-by-step actions. And if you build towards the step-by-step action, a lot of things will happen. Um, but I hope this blesses you. I hope this helps somebody understand how to why wishing doesn't work, why wishing inherently is a good idea, is a good concept. You're better off saying, I hope these things that happen and they get to work. Because hope with faith and action is what gets your wish to come true, not you just magically wishing and saying it like, oh, I wish, and then go on about my day. That's not being ultra intentional. You have to be ultra intentional. You have to have a routine. Your routine is very important. And so I try not talking dry all the time, but I'm improving my speech and figuring out there's a lot that you have to figure out. So I have to go back and review the tape. But then there's just comes to something to practice. There's something doing the thing over that makes a difference. So what am I doing? Creating content. Like, I'm not going to be making goofy videos. I'm not a comedian. I'm not one of those people that likes posting cat videos. I don't want to get on the internet and say stupid things for clicks. That's just not. I'd rather have one person like the channel and me talk to that one person and that person engage in conversation than talk to people who want goofy, who don't want to learn, who don't want to do that, not interested. I'm sorry, that's not who I am. Now, I'm serving the people who do want to hear this type of conversations, who do want to have these conversations. I'm not interested in talking to whoever likes being entertained by TikTok videos. I'm just not into that. I'm not into watching 15-second TikTok videos. I'm not. I don't like it. I want to hear information. I want to learn. And I'm not learning in 15 seconds. Like, I read, I study. And so entrepreneurs read and study. We've gotten away from we need to read and study and think critically. Let's just get on to the next slide. Oh my goodness gracious. Anyways, I'm gonna get off that. But it's not about always about next slide. It's about you gotta think, think. Anyways, my next real talk episode is probably gonna be about critically thinking, creative thinking. That's just what it's got to be. Because we have to be able to think critically, creatively. I know there's a whole group of people that don't want you thinking. I get it. They don't want you thinking, but you have to think. You have to think for yourself. Got to be a big thinker. Look, think bigger, vision, foundations, right? I have stuff all over my board, all over. Why? Think bigger. Now I'm going to change it to think creatively bigger, think critically bigger, and write it down and have conversations. All right, so this has been the latest episode of, well, I guess just a daily vlog. Anyways, I gotta go. Oh, I forgot to say this. Coach4X.com. Just use our merch. This shirt is offline for right now, but it's coming back. But I do have some other shirts like Dreams to Reality hat, 4X basketball, which is stuff from my basketball academy for other basketball fans. What was I saying? Oh yeah, like and subscribe. Thanks. Click that notification bell.